Hello Galactic family. The vibrations continue to increase and those souls in the lower vibrations are certainly finding it more difficult to deal with them, and as a result they become disoriented. It goes without saying that they will leave these levels when the rise happens and move on to one in which they feel more comfortable and to their tastes. Of course, those who are raising their vibrations will not feel any adverse effect and, on the contrary, will be enthusiastic and grown up by them. All souls capable of following the higher vibrations will find their lives to be more pleasing and gratifying and drawn to those souls who are compatible with them. How similar they attract, that is how they will be occupied, although, for karmic reasons, many souls of different levels may be part of their experiences. Indeed, karma takes precedence over other considerations, since it is an important factor in its developments. What they see is the uncertainty resulting from a lot of confusion when people try to figure out what's going on. Of course, a sense of purpose will be felt and will become apparent when the old vibrations no longer afflict them. With the promise that nuclear wars will be prevented and are past, there is a sense of relief and a sense that peace is finally coming down to earth. How else could they receive the new vibrations if they were still afraid of war and destruction? Living in peace is the way to live correctly and normally, and this way of life must return much sooner than you can anticipate. Let go of the traps of war and let it simply become a chapter in the evolution of man. Many of you have gained your seats in the new age and are well on their way to becoming galactic beings. Do not overlook yourself, since you are much more than you imagine or perceive. It is only fair that for many lives they have been drawn to the lower vibrations and have forgotten their true potentials. In fact, they have everything they need to be anything they want and there is no limit to what they can get. Soon, they will be able to choose where their next lives will lead them and no longer be limited as they have been until now. You will have demonstrated your readiness to become souls of pure light and the universe is opening up to you. Now they have little idea of the wonderful opportunities that will come their way. Your old experiences will become like a bad dream, though, you will continue to enjoy your moments of pure joy and euphoria. Much is being discovered that will not take place in the future and will reveal how many people avoided their responsibilities. For example, finding ways to avoid paying your share of taxes that support others. In fact, there are many unacceptable schemes with similar goals and, little by little, they will come to the fore. All persons should contribute fairly to the good of all and act in accordance with these duties. They can extend this idea to take into account global practices that show a large gap between those who are defined as rich versus those who are destitute and poor. In the society of solidarity that is to come, the wealth of the world will be fairly distributed and no one will be left out of their desire for a happy and acceptable life. As their attitudes towards well-being increase, the unacceptable face of those who desire self-aggrandizement will be altered. Be assured that in the not-too-distant future, attitudes and policies towards all mankind will change for the betterment of all. Now there are many souls who are awakening to the need to introduce a new way of distributing the riches of the world, taking them back from those who have been directing them into secret projects for hidden motives. Make no mistake that such matters will be dealt with as appropriate, and a new paradigm will be in place when the new age comes to replace the old ways, now considered unacceptable. What has been denied them will soon be restored and everyone can expect a happy life. They have been tested for a long time and will now receive their rewards as they take advantage of the immense changes that are on the brink of manifestation. They have already got an idea of what to expect and make sure they will not be disappointed in any way. they will have to make up for lost time and will have difficulty keeping up with the changes that are coming. God has decreed that the end of this cycle should happen to your great delight and satisfaction, when harmony and joy are yours. Darkness will no longer be present on earth and, with all traces of war removed, the golden age will begin. Be joyful and know that any problems you are now facing will be gradually resolved and the peaceful existence will be achieved. You will be love in action and you will reach out to your galactic family that is waiting patiently for their greaterness. Also, you will be mentors to others who will follow you, and so the energy of evolution will continue to carry everything forward. No urgencies, because they will live in the now as ascended beings. It is a difficult time to imagine, while they are in the lower vibrations, but that will undoubtedly exceed your expectations. Some souls will be drawn to serve others and may return to the lower dimensions to help those who may be struggling to make progress. Make sure that, at any stage of your evolution, there are always those who come to help you. Those of you on the ascension ladder are a shining example of what can be done when you apply to the task at hand. Total faith in their own abilities is required and anything that adversely affects those around them should be avoided. However, the only thing they should do is stay calm in the face of any provocation. Be centered within yourself and build such a power so that you can face any storm and still be yourself. If you slip, do not be dismayed, as you have still made some progress and your guides will be with you doing your parts. There will always be winners in all the positive actions they take. There is a lot of cleansing going on at the higher levels, since those who have not had higher vibrations are not adequate to bring them into the new age and because they have difficulty maintaining their levels of understanding no longer compatible with vibrations. Simply put, they cannot survive the changes that are happening and should give way to who can. Do not fear, everything will work, totally, as promised and nothing will be allowed to get in the way. They are entering a new cycle that will carry forth those souls who have been able to raise their vibrations. We applaud your perseverances and determination that allowed you your successes, and with one voice we express our love and great admiration for all of you. Never give in to those who use tortuous ways to stop their progress. Know that you have the power and determination to divert the negative energies. Keep in mind that all the while keeping your levels of positive vibrations at all times cannot be distracted from the path of light you have chosen. We leave everyone with our love and blessings to accelerate them along their paths to freedom. In love and light.